drives me crazy when people are like, oh, I can just do that. It's like,
No,
not the same.
I wish I could, but I can't. There's just no point. When I was in college, I used to just do a one all around, and that I would just have someone do for me. And during the pandemic, had that done just by my friend. I think she used the same clippers on her horse as she did my head, but whatever.
This is fine.
It's a free haircut. Yeah, we're fine.
I'll take it, whatever. That's funny. Bam. So, I'm assuming we want to do the usual today?
Yes, please.
Let's do it. Let's do it. So, what we're going to do today is a two-guard on top and then a mid to high bald fade on the sides on Nick. We like to keep this nice and clean. We do it every 2 weeks. So, we're going to go ahead and get them all freshened up again.
Yeah.
How was your trip?
Very fun.
Yeah.
Everything felt fake about it.
Everything felt fake. It was like Italy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, tell me about it.
It was mostly in Amalfi.
Okay.
So it was just gorgeous from there, from the start.
Yeah. That's one of those when I hear Amalfi, I think in a good way, it's like a high-end bougie, super pretty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it wasn't that expensive either.
Yeah.
It wasn't too expensive for what we were doing and stuff. So it was a lot of fun. Went to this town called Ravello for the wedding.
Okay. There you go.
And we did a boat day one day, and then had the wedding, and then I'm like, what else did I do?
You're
and then I went back to Rome for a little bit, and then I ended up flying out of Rome.
Were you am I wrong in thinking you were in Rome at some point before?
No, this is my first time, but I started out the trip in Rome.
Okay.
It's I flew direct there and stayed the night, and then just went out to we went out to the Amalfi right after the next day, where I met up with everybody else.
I see.
Yeah.
There you go. How many days was it?
I was in Amalfi for 5 days, but the trip was about 10 total.
Yeah. So you're in Rome for 1 day, right?
Yeah. And then I went back on the tail end of the trip.
Gotcha.
That's when I did actual sightseeing stuff.
And was that for more than 1 day?
Yeah, I was there for 3 days technically.
Okay. So yeah, tell me about Rome, because I just think of the Colosseum. You know what I mean?
I did with the Colosseum. I went to the Vatican. Might have smoked weed at the Vatican City, but whatever.
It's not illegal.
I'm not Catholic.
Yeah. It's not my religion.
I appreciate all religions. I like to appreciate all religions. I feel like everyone's got it figured out in their own way.
Yeah, for sure. Did you get to, because the Vatican is a city in and of itself, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so
it's its own, technically it's its own country.
Its own country.
Yeah.
Right. So isn't there a bunch of crazy art and
oh yeah,
wild shit over there, right?
Sculptures and everything too, just in the plaza. It's gorgeous.
Okay, so the Colosseum.
That was fun.
You get to is there a whole inside portion?
There
of it
is,
too?
and you pretty much walk around the levels, and you can go inside the ruins on the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
But I did a tour. I did a walking tour at night, and it was really cool because they were doing some concert across the plaza there at the Museum of Venus and something. But they had the Colosseum lit up in all different colors.
Ooh,
yeah,
that's cool.
And then there's a gay street right next to the Colosseum.
Cool.
So I went to that.
Got the little neighborhood over there.
Yeah, I think it was just really only one restaurant, but sat there by myself. It was fun.
Yeah, there you go. How was the food?
Yo, everything was bomb.
Yeah.
The only thing I really wanted to eat was pasta or pizza, and that was about it.
And is that a lot of what they have?
Yeah.
Sick. There you go.
And there was actually a Michelin star restaurant in our hotel, and I had no idea because it wasn't crazy expensive.
Mm-hmm. Interesting.
Yeah.
I guess you don't inherently need to be an expensive restaurant to be a Michelin star. It's just it connotates this idea that you think it's going to be expensive.
Yeah.
I guess there's some casual spots that are.
Yeah, I don't know how many stars it has, but one or two. Because I went to one noodle bar in Thailand that was a Michelin star restaurant, but it was in a mall.
Yeah. That's one thing I have to
Yeah.
I got to remind myself that Michelin stars to me this badass food. That doesn't inherently mean it's you're gonna be spending
$1 gajillion. Yeah, unless there's a tasting menu involved. And it's probably the amount of stars that they have. Like, we went to this one in our hotel, and that dinner was a lot. I think that dinner was like $800, but it was 5 of us. Or no, it was 6 of us.
Oh, okay.
And we had like drinks and the full ass menu too. Like, that was not expensive at all.
Yeah, there you go. So lots of pasta,
Yeah,
lots of pizza.
lots of pizza.
Okay, is the pizza, I'm assuming it's done like somewhat differently over there.
Yeah, it's all brick oven kind of style. And you had to eat it like certain ways because sometimes they wouldn't cut it for you.
Uh-huh.
So you have to like make sure you cut it right so it doesn't just fall apart on you.
Okay.
Even if it fell apart, it's still good.
Yeah, like it's still going to my mouth. You know,
Yeah.
I'm still gonna enjoy it. There you go. Okay, yo, I was talking to someone about this. McDonald's in other countries.
I do it every country.
And it's like way better everywhere else, right?
It's different and better because they use fresh ingredients. And this one happened to be because I kept seeing signs for it all over the place. And I was like, you know what? I really need to make sure I go to McDonald's in Italy.
Right.
And I went to the one that apparently was the first one in Rome.
Okay.
And it was huge. And I walked in, like, they have a McCafe, but it looks like this incredible bakery. You're just like, this is a McDonald's? Like, this is bullshit. And then I was able to get beer with my burger, too. So that was like a fun little I was like, you know, I'm doing lunch at McDonald's. I don't care. I just need a burger. I'm a little hungover. I need an actual burger.
Right. Dude, and okay, so what menu item did they have there that was probably more Italian than,
I don't,
you know?
I mean, they did have like a bunch of different like style chickens that you could have.
Okay.
But the burgers just they tasted fresher. So mine was it was called a McCrispy Bacon.
McCrispy bacon.
Yeah.
Okay. So, is it the same thing, just a different name?
Essentially, it was, but there was just bacon on it. So it was like kind of like a quarter pounder, but not really.
Okay.
Because I couldn't really see what that was like equivalent to on the menu. They had just Big Macs and like different versions of it.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Someone needs to do I'm sure this already exists. Someone who like goes around and just checks out all the McDonald's like in every other country. We get the short end of the stick with that shit.
I know.
You know, for real. Are you stoked that the weather's like nicer though?
It is. It's a lot nicer than when I left because I was even sweating in Italy.
Really?
I mean, it wasn't super hot, but like just walking around a lot and you're in the sun and
You're more active.
yeah.
For sure. No, that makes sense. Compared to like fucking. Yeah, dude. I'm sure it wasn't like 100 and whatever, but at the same time, like we stay in our AC whenever it's, you know.
Exactly. That's why I want to make sure I was staying in hotels because hotels have air conditioning. Like Airbnbs, like houses, it's a hit or miss. And there's like stairs involved.
I see. Like, what's the average temperature there around this time of year?
I mean, I don't think it was hotter than like 80 degrees, maybe at like the hottest time of the day.
Yeah.
But apparently it was a lot hotter right before we got there.
Okay, so you came in at like kind of a sweet spot.
Yeah.
Nice. So right now we're just blending from the bald up until the 2. Do a 2 right until about the corner of his head, and then we're gonna hit it with a 2 on top, and then we're gonna line everything up. Goes real quick.
Just drives me crazy when people are like, oh, I can just do that. It's like,
No,
not the same.
I wish I could, but I can't. There's just no point.
That's why I'm here.
No, when I was in college, I used to just do a 1 all around, and that I would just have someone do for me. And during the pandemic, had that done just by my friend. I think she used the same clippers on her horse as she did my head, but whatever.
This is fine.
It's a free haircut. Yeah, we're fine.
It's like whatever. That's funny.
What are some of your hobbies? What do you like to do outside of traveling?
Outside of traveling, I don't know. I only travel for weddings.
Had a lot of weddings.
I don't know. I like to go around town. Love live music from Austin, so, you know, in my blood. Like to go to a lot of bars. I live on the east side, so it's just fun just going everywhere. Love running the trail, being out on water because it's too damn hot to do anything else. That's also why I keep the haircut short because it's so hot and I sweat a lot.
Oh yeah. In this Texas heat for sure.
But we're glad the hair grows on my body.
Yes. Even though there's a lot, it's better than.
There's a lot, but it grows, but we're thankful.
Exactly.
We're grateful.
Exactly. Yeah, this is the 2 on top, and then make sure that that's all nice and even on top, and then just make sure that sides blend into the top.
He's quite the perfectionist when it comes to that.
It's, you know, this kind of cut is like Italian food. There's not many ingredients, but they have to be done right.
Would you say that it's a work of art?
Oh, dun. There we go.
This video is gonna go viral, isn't it?
Get all this hair off here. You got a good tan too.
I
Yeah.
know.
Oh yeah.
Tan well.
Yes. Yes.
That's why I'm glad I got like my haircut done right before I went, because that way I was able to tan my head.
Without like the hair covering
Yeah.
and making a line. Yeah, totally. Totally. Absolutely. Don't have the neckline tan, you know.
I'm so turned on every time I look in the mirror.
Every time I look at myself, I just get bricked up.
I am one of those like that stops it on like sees a mirror and I'm like, ooh,
Oh,
hello.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I do me.
Literally.
Fuck yes. That's my goal. Well, get people laid, make them want to lay themselves. It's,
I
it's
know.
whatever. You know. Yeah, at this point, I just use visual reference in the mirror. When I see anything that seems like a bit more of a shadow or an inconsistency, and then I'll go through and just use the corner of the clipper and corner it out. Just makes everything like that much more clean,
Yeah.
for sure. I mean, it depends on the client and the style and all that kind of deal, but a lineup just makes the fade pop that much more on Nick particularly.
No. I'm lucky where I have to just shave back my hairline.
Yes, you know, a blessing.
Another blessing.
Another blessing, exactly.
Also because I've had many different hair types throughout my life.
She got it longer initially, right?
Well, I was when I was born with a full set of hair, and then I had extremely curly hair, like fine curls,
Right.
and then it like thinned out, and it was my white people hair phase,
There you go.
and then it started to like curl more again, and just kind of went all froey. But that's when it started growing a lot faster. So that's when I started doing just buzz cuts because it was easier.
Just growing like crazy fast.
And then you guys introduced me to the fade.
Right. And then
Now I can't go back.
you're like, wait a second. This is what's up.
Yeah.
For sure. Do you mind if I line up the beard a little bit?
Sure, why not?
Let's do it. I'm honestly just keeping the length that he has. I'm just blending in the sides. And then we'll go through and give it a solid outline on the corners, just pretty much everything in the outline. So right here, I just want to make sure the transition point from the length he has to the sideburns isn't like one dark line. And then I'll go through and just kind of outline what's already there. So.
Damn.
Yes.
I mean, as not surprised, but yeah.
But still, damn.
I hadn't mixed in a while. Like I can work on. Starts kind of all the way rolling forward. I think I had the same shit. And this spot right here, I told my PTO that you have a gnarly conscience. We just started poking around. Shoulders will start smoothing out. It hurts.
Ah, yes.
Your favorite part.
Yep. No, it's the worst part, because now it means it's over.
Right. Yeah.